Well, welcome back. You wouldn't know it by being outside right now, but it is baseball season, and Summit League teams have been going at it in league play for almost a month now. They've been able to get games in for the most part. South Dakota State is off to a slow start in league play. They're 2-5 right now, and the Jacks were at Omaha over the Easter weekend. Senior Tony Colsing with an RBI to give the Jacks a lead in game one. Colsing is leading the team in runs and RBI so far. Freshman Gus Steiger with a hit here. He goes 3 for 4 in this game, and the Jacks get some good pitching. They only allow 6 hits, but 4 of those hits in the 5th inning when Omaha picks up 3 runs, and the Mavs win game 1 over the Jacks 5-3. Interesting pitching matchup in game 2. You had Brady Stover of Pierre, South Dakota for the Jackrabbits. Spencer Coolwine of Harrisburg, played at Sioux Falls Christian High School, going for Omaha. Neither one of them really fared very well. Coolwine gives up 4 runs in 4 innings. Stover, meanwhile, gets touched for 5 runs in 4 2/3 for the Jackrabbits. Omaha with 2 home runs in the 4th inning. They pick up 4 runs there, and the Mavs win game 2 in this matchup by a total of 8-5. And the Jacks come back and avoid the sweep on Saturday. Anthony Schneider with an RBI. Newt Johnson drives in another run for the Jacks. And Tyler Olmstead on the mound for the Jacks, kid from Sioux Falls, Washington High School. He was great on the mound in this game after the Jacks got in the lead. Olmstead goes 6 innings, no runs, 10 strikeouts for Olmstead, and the Jacks win game 3, 6-2 against Omaha. North Dakota State was at mighty Oral Roberts over the weekend. The Bison played them close, but ORU wins all 3, 5-2, 6-2, and then 6-5. So North Dakota State is 4-5 right now in league play. Oral Roberts and Omaha are the top 2 teams right now, tied at 7-2. NDSU plays at Omaha coming up this Thursday and Friday. Well, meanwhile, in softball, South Dakota State with its first Summit League games of the season coming over the weekend. They were in Omaha as well to take on the Mavericks on Friday and Saturday. Julia Anderson caught stealing there at second for the Jacks, but they do get a run in the first, get the early lead. This is Allie Herdliska. She's a junior for the Jacks, was all Summit League as a freshman, all Summit League last year. She's got 6 homers so far this season to lead South Dakota State. Sophomore Paige Gertis with a single after that home run, and the Jacks blow up for 7 in the 5th inning. They end game 1 early in this one by a score of 9-1 against Omaha. Lots of runs in game 2. Each team with 4 home runs in the game. Julia Anderson, 2 homers for the Jacks as she goes 4 for 5. Brittany Morse hit a 3-run shot. Megan Rushing with a grand slam for the Jacks. Omaha hit a couple out as well, but plenty of offensive firepower. The Jacks win this one 11-7 in game 2. And Omaha does salvage game 3, 8-6, even though Brittany Morse, another home run for the Jackrabbits, drives in 4 runs in that game. Morse, 9 RBI in the 3 games for South Dakota State in that series against Omaha. Meanwhile, South Dakota actually did play at home over the weekend. It was a balmy 46 degrees in Vermilion on Friday with the Coyotes taking on Western Illinois. And Jessica Rogers is having a season so far for South Dakota. 2 home runs in this game for the Coyotes, but USD with just 5 hits total in game 1. And despite Rogers, Western wins game 1 5-3 in the series opener. USD with 8 hits in game 2, not a ton, but 4 of them were solo home runs, including another one by Jessica Rogers. She leads the league right now with 11 home runs, but Western Illinois wins this game 7-4. The Leathernecks get the road sweep of USD with a 20-12 win in the series finale on Saturday, despite some heroics there from Jessica Rogers. And North Dakota State has not played a Summit League game yet in softball. They start this weekend. They'll play 3 games against Omaha in Minneapolis. And wintry conditions this past weekend in Grand Forks forced UND softball to move their Big Sky Series against Montana inside to the Alaris Center. First time they'd ever played there inside in program history is what we're told. UND gets 2 shutouts from Big Sky Pitcher of the Year last year, Kaylin Van Domelen, and the Fighting Hawks sweep the Grizzlies 3-0, 3-1 on Friday, and 4-0 on Saturday. North Dakota is supposed to travel to Brookings on Tuesday, weather permitting, for a doubleheader against South Dakota State. All right, we just talked about that a little bit, the UND series, as UND gets the win over the Grizzlies, and hopefully they can get to Brookings and play on Saturday. Coming up, college football. An update from spring practice in Brookings and a look at the linebackers.